Welcome everybody to the early morning show, King Supreme podcast, man. The podcast, first thing in the morning. Let's get it. Where my people at, man? Tap on in. It is time. The time is now. Peace, love, and blessings, giving you gain to keep you from stressing. It's your play upon the King Supreme. Up early in the morning on the microphone. 7:11 a.m. West Coast Pacific time. 10:11 a.m. East Coast time. We are back with another show. Tap on in. It's lovely. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. A lot of you people are on your way to work. Some of you guys are eating breakfast. Then you got some people up doing whatever it is that they do first thing in the morning. Roll your blunts, get your cup of alcohol or whatever. You're like, whoa, alcohol first thing in the morning? Yes, a lot of people love that first morning shot of alcohol. It is real. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just telling you what a lot of people be doing. So yeah, man. Black Warrior Scholar, man. What's popping? Shout out to the people that's been rocking with me the long way. You heard me. We get down and dirty over here. No fear. Getting down and dirty over here. 1 second, please. 1 second. Microphone check. Live, direct, full effect, microphone check. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. Hot Rod, what's popping? Mimosa. Get your early morning mimosa. Oh man, I appreciate everybody. Yeah, man, I got that. Shout out to SR Serum. I'm gonna do something on that today. Now, for somebody to think that I'm secretly working with Anton Daniels, some people give themselves too much credit. Ringo is a type of individual who thinks he's intelligent and smart. But when you listen to the things he says, you're like, whoa, this guy got to be dumb. He got to be dumb. Only an idiot would think that. Now, you know, me and Anton Daniels ain't got nothing in common. There's no way that we're working together behind the scenes. So for Ringo to come up with that theory, it shows how absent-minded he actually is. Blinded and absent-minded. Ringo TV. Working behind the scenes with Tampon. And somehow it's a money grab for the both of us. That is insanity. That's crazy. Oh man, shout out to SR Serum, man. I appreciate you for tapping in. My brother, you've been rocking with me for a long time. I appreciate my loyal subscribers, people who really been rocking with me. Some people fall off, some people continue to rock, but that's just, that comes with the territory. We ain't gonna cry about nothing. Listen, we get new subscribers every day, but then you have people who've been rocking with you for years, and they know who they are. SR Serum happened to be one of the most loyal individuals that's been rocking with the content for years. Now, for those of you who don't know, Red Supreme TV One was terminated by YouTube. I had people reporting the channel, reporting me for cyberbullying. It was ugly. It was ugly. The channel was demonetized. The channel was shadow banned. So, yeah, it is what it is. Get off in here, man. Get off in here. We're gonna give the people some time. We're gonna give the people some time. Whoa. So excuse me. Let's get off into this. Now. hold on. How could I say this? How could I say this? Let me see something, man. I got a new camera angle, man. Let me say this. Corey Holcomb has been under attack. Excuse me. He's been under attack for a lot of things that he said on his podcast, right? You know, you got people coming for him left and right. Corey believes that these bloggers are being paid by the higher ups to destroy his name, reputation, and credibility. This is what Corey believes. Now, his numbers have declined over the last couple of weeks. A lot of excuse me, a lot of his fans have turned on him. Yeah, a lot of his fans have turned on him. A lot of Corey's fans have turned on him, right? You know, I was looking at the comments, man. Hold on. I was looking at the comments, man, and it was people saying all kind of stuff, going in on Corey, saying that he's finished, saying that he's done, saying that he needs to be canceled, how he's this, he's that. So Corey's catching a whole lot of smoke. Corey's getting a whole lot of backlash based on some of the things that he's said. No, Corey believes that he's under attack. Bloggers are being paid to drag his name through the mud. This is what Corey believes. Corey believes that there's some big conspiracy against him. Everybody's trying to take Corey down. Everybody's against Corey. Everybody's attacking the 5150 show. Now, I want to get y'all thoughts. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Did Corey bring this on himself, or do you believe the higher ups are actually sending people after Corey to destroy his name, credibility, and reputation? Give me some honest feedback. Now, this is Poetic FLAKKO. This is Poetic FLAKKO. Poetic FLAKKO been going in on Corey for a minute, criticizing Corey, dissecting everything that he does. Now, does Poetic FLAKKO have a point, or do you say Poetic FLAKKO is just trolling? Poetic FLAKKO is just hating? I don't know. I don't know. Give me y'all thoughts. Hit that like button. It ain't nothing. I never liked him from the beginning. Who you talking about? Are you talking about Corey or Poetic FLAKKO? When you just said I never liked him. Was that comment aimed at Corey, or was it aimed at Poetic FLAKKO? Give me your thoughts. Some honest feedback. Hit the like button, man. Listen, homie. Let's dive right into the conversation first thing in the morning. King Supreme, salute to the real. The truth is a bitter pill that most people don't want to swallow. Let's go. Let's go.
Reviews on his podcast of this podcast, and Corey Holcomb fans are turning on him after yet another terrible podcast. They're getting sick and tired of his antics. The dramatic decline in views represents how sick and tired the fans are of this podcast and Corey Holcomb's antics. The podcast has nothing to offer anymore. It's just Corey Holcomb coming on and just lying, and people are getting sick and tired of the same show every week. Y'all remember when Corey Holcomb was bragging about—
I don't think people are sick and tired of it, because you do the same thing. You talk about people, dissect their character flaws. It's the same thing. So I don't think people are tired of Corey coming on and roasting people and talking his ish. What I think, this is what it is in my personal opinion. Corey has said a lot of things that turn people off, mainly the jokes about the minors. Don't nobody care about Corey roasting a woman's BBL, roasting somebody's wig, calling them ratchet, calling them 304s, or none of that. People love to hear Corey talk like that. When Corey said those things about those minors, I believe that right there put a stain on his name. And a lot of people are turning against Corey based on those things that he said. I don't think it has anything to do with his style of podcast. Choose your words wisely, brother. People are looking to dethrone you. People are looking for your downfall. That comes with the territory when you're on social media as an influencer, as a podcaster. Be careful. Make sure that you're bob and weave, jab, bob and weave. You dig what I'm saying? Don't be predictable. But let's get it.
How we are getting him rich and famous about 3 weeks ago when he was doing 390,000 right views on his podcast, and then the following week he got like 160,000 views less, and then that trend is continuing as we can see right here, right? It's has dropped drastically each and every week, and now it's probably reached the lowest it's been for about 5 months now. Like, to put this into perspective, like like when the other podcasts are done, it's usually between 180,000 to about 250, right? Because this is a live stream. The numbers don't really increase by that much after a live stream. But yeah, like 122 after almost a full day, it's really terrible and it's bad. And if you click on the episode, you you begin to understand exactly why the numbers are going down. People are sick and tired of Corey Holcomb and his antics, bro. They're absolutely sick and tired of it. First off, this fat was eating all on the mic the entire show. He was stress eating. He don't use
Nah, Corey views ain't going up. He's losing viewers. A lot of people have turned on him. We'll get into the reasons why. We'll get into why this is happening. Why a lot of these fans are leaving him. But I want you guys to hear things from Poetic FLAKKO's perspective, then King Supreme will give his.
usually do this, but he was eating the entire show because this is a live stream. The numbers don't really increase by that much after a live stream. But yeah, like 122 after almost a full day, it's really terrible and it's bad. And if you click on the episode, you begin to understand exactly why the numbers are going down. People are sick and tired of Corey Holcomb and his antics, bro. They're absolutely sick and tired of it. First off, this fat was eating all on the mic the entire show. He was stress eating. He don't usually do this, but he was eating.
See, these are people in the comments roasting Corey. You know what I'm saying? But then, it is what it is. When you got that many subscribers, you're going to have people who talk crazy. You're going to have people who love what you do.
In the entire show because he was nervous, right? He was nervous, right? And one person says, listen, man, all right, he really don't be talking about anything, nothing important. The show used to have substance. People used to tap into the show to hear them talk about topics and discuss something like.
Well, Corey's going through some things. So he's going to talk about what he's going through right now. He'll get back to it. It's going to take some time for all this drama to blow over. So if you look at Corey Holcomb's podcast for ever since Anton Daniels came on this show, was it back in January? Was it back in January? I believe it was back in January when Tampon came on the 5150 show. Ever since then, Corey's been doing live streams and podcasts defending himself, talking about the things that he's going through, talking about all the people that's coming against him. So for the most part, that's what the podcast's been about ever since Tampon came on the show. Now, I bet you right now, and I'm going to get back to the content. I'm going to quit talking. But Corey Holcomb, I bet money that Corey Holcomb regrets. I bet money that he regret that Anton ever came on his show. Because ever since Tampon came on the 5150 show, it's been a train wreck for Corey. It's been a thunderstorm for Corey. Because I know he thinking like, man, why did I bring this fool on my podcast? Ever since I bought this fool on my podcast, it's been a whole lot of drama ever since. Hit the like button, man.
He was eating the entire show because he was nervous, right? He was nervous, right? And one person says, listen, man, all right, he really don't be talking.
Why do gay men always want to call somebody lame? Haven't you guys noticed that gay men always want to call somebody lame, knowing they got a boyfriend at home? What's up with these gay men calling somebody lame every day? I'm just messing with you. I'm just picking with you and having fun. Let's get back to the content.
Sick and tired of it. First off, this fat was eating all on the mic the entire show. He was stress eating. He don't usually do this, but he was eating the entire show because he was nervous, right? He was nervous, right? And one person says, listen, man, all right, he really don't be talking about anything, nothing important. The show used to have substance. People used to tap into the show to hear them talk about topics and discuss something like important. Now Corey is just ranting and raving and lying the entire episode. One person says, peep how every few minutes he can't help but mention Anton, TMZ, Godfrey, bloggers, or Christina, no matter the subject, but he swears he's not bothered. Walking contradiction equals Corey. One person who's not a hater, this is an actual fan, they says, this show used to be really good. I would watch the whole thing. It's been almost 3 months since I've watched the whole show. Right? Yo, this thing is terrible. One person says, nobody is after Corey. His own actions have brought on all the problems that he currently has. That's a fact, right? But the reason why the numbers is going down, fans are turning on Corey Holcomb, you can scroll down the comment section. You will be pressed to find a positive comment.
Corey Holcomb, that is true, man. I was looking at the podcast and it was a whole lot of negative comments. A whole lot of negative comments. You got gay men. Listen, there's gay men, excuse me. There's gay men who come to my comment section to call somebody corny, to call somebody lame, and they got a whole boyfriend at home. It don't get worse than that. Oh man. But anyway, but yeah, man, when you scroll down them comments on the 5150 podcast, it's a bunch of people taking shots at Corey. It's a bunch of people taking shots at Corey. True story.
The entire fan base right now are people who are just watching to laugh at him, not laugh with, but to laugh at him. He has no genuine fans anymore. People have really seen his true character. And that's because Corey Holcomb is living in a world that only he lives in. He's delusional. Corey Holcomb started off the podcast, per usual, with more weird accusations, right? It used to go from, hey, man, these bloggers are trying to get paid off my name. Now Corey is alleging that TMZ and other mainstream outlets are directly paying bloggers like myself to make videos about him.
In the history of mankind, I say that because I, Corey Holcomb, have been under attack by mainstream media as they pay little buster-ass bloggers to come up with to say about me. I don't think this has ever happened in the history of podcasts. These little is getting paid. Next time you want to say something to them, ask them, did you get paid to say that? Because this ain't even in my demographic. Got my business in their ear, and it's all the same headlines. He's finished. Anyway.
Can you imagine discovering?
Hold on, let's hear that again. Corey Holcomb says, Corey Holcomb thinks that these bloggers are being paid to slander his name, brand, and reputation. Corey believes that the higher ups are paying YouTubers and bloggers to drag his name through the damn mud. Now, do you guys believe that? Or do you say, nah, Corey, it's a self-inflicted wound? I don't think the higher ups are paying people to take you down. Give me your thoughts in the comments.
Are directly paying bloggers like myself to make videos about him.
In the history of mankind,
more weird accusations, right? It used to go from, hey, man, these bloggers are trying to get paid off my name. Now Corey is alleging that TMZ and other mainstream outlets are directly paying bloggers like myself to make videos about him.
In the history of mankind, I say that because I, Corey Holcomb, have been under attack by mainstream media as they pay little buster-ass bloggers to come up with to say about me. I don't think this has ever happened in the history of podcasts. These little is getting paid. Next time you want to say something to them, ask them, did you get paid to say that? Because this ain't even in my demographic. Got my business in their ear, and it's all the same headlines. He's finished. Anyway.
Can you imagine discovering a podcast that you really liked and you really loved because they talked about topics and made jokes and they were talking about cultural issues, and then one day you tune in and the person that you used to love because he was this funny OG comedian who gave game, now he has this like tinfoil hat on and he's spewing these weird, crazy conspiracies about how these imaginary people are after him, but the world can't see it. Yo, imagine how depressing that has to be, bruh. Yo, Corey Holcomb is getting more unhinged as the weeks go by. Corey Holcomb said with a straight face during this podcast that the powers that be came after him because they wanted to distract people from the Epstein files.
Ever since Tampon came on the 5150 show, it's been a thunderstorm for Corey Holcomb. It's been a thunderstorm for Corey Holcomb. Ever since Tampon came on, now there's two ways you can look at it. You can say, yeah, that's true. Ever since Tampon came on, it's been hell to pay for Corey. Or you can say, nah, people just been digging up everything, and I think it was coming anyway. I don't think so, because if Anton Daniels never goes on Corey Holcomb's show, Corey Holcomb wouldn't be under the microscope like this. So I say two things can be true at the same time. Yes, Corey Holcomb has brought a lot of these things on himself by saying some of the things that he said. But at the same time, after Tampon came on his show, there's been a thunderstorm for Corey. Anton Daniels flagged my channel down. I made 2 roasts. Listen, I roasted Anton twice. And I'm not making this up. I have no reason to. I roasted Anton Daniels twice back in January, the beginning of January. They flagged me for hate speech and cyberbullying, right? They gave me a strike. And then 1 week later, they terminate the channel. This is right after I roasted Tampon. Prior to me roasting Tampon, I never got any strike. Well, the only strike that I got on the channel besides that was when I roasted Tommy Sotomayor back in December. So I got a strike for roasting Tommy Sotomayor. Then I got another strike for roasting Tampon. And then I never received a third strike. They just terminated the channel right after I roasted Tampon. That ain't no coincidence, homie. Listen, Anton Daniels is in the business of suing people based on words. So if you will sue somebody based on words, you will flag somebody based on words. It's common sense. But anyway, let's get back to it. Hit the like button. Yeah, man, it's been a thunderstorm for Corey Holcomb ever since Tampon came up, ever since Tampon pulled up to the 5150 show.
Conspiracies about how these imaginary people are after him, but the world can't see it. Yo, imagine how depressing that has to be, bruh. Yo, Corey Holcomb is getting more unhinged as the weeks go by. Corey Holcomb said with a straight face during this podcast that the powers that be came after him because they wanted to distract people from the Epstein files.
It's the hottest thing on the internet. Y'all took away, I took over the Epstein file. Shit, the Epstein
Until
file
they released
got shit on me.
Oh my God.
Which is what they wanted in the first place. I just didn't think they would use me. I will say I'm shocked. I'm like, they used me? But I'm saying, like,
at what point do Corey Holcomb loved ones feel like they got to step in and institutionalize this man? This man has lost his marbles, has absolutely lost his mind. This is like early signs of dementia from my perspective, right? This has to be. This man is almost 60 years old. He's losing his marbles. No normal human being would ever come to that conclusion, that the powers that be, this global story, this story that's probably the biggest story in the last decade, the Epstein files, the global leaders and the matrix and the powers that be decided we are going to distract from the Epstein files by paying bloggers in the urban space to talk about Corey Holcomb, huh? You think that CNN, Fox News, Turning Point, Ben Shapiro, and these other political, you think these other political commentators and people who are doing like the Epstein, you think their voices are being overshadowed by the Corey Holcomb news? Bro, you're not even the top 100 biggest story on the internet. Do you understand you are nobody? Let's take a look at Google Trends to really see how absurd Corey Holcomb is.
See, POETIK FLAKKO is another guy who believes that he's so smart, but he can be dumb at the same time. You don't have to be in the top 100 or any of that. One thing about those folks, one thing about the higher ups, they could look at a person on the come up and say, we need to crush him now before he gets bigger. They could look at somebody that's on the come up and say, we need to crush him now before he gets larger. Those people look ahead. They don't look at, well, I'm not going to say they don't. They look at what's going on now, but they also look at the future. So if you're somebody that, let's say they perceive you as a threat, well, they'll crush you now before you get bigger. They'll crush you now before you gain more influence. Let's put a stop to this now before it gets out of hand. Right after I roasted tampon, my channel gets flagged, and then a week later, it gets terminated. That's no coincidence. Prior to that, the only exception to that would be Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor flagged my channel because I played those crispy videos. And when I played those crispy videos, it said that I belittled him as a human being and made fun of his physical attributes. So they labeled it cyberbullying and hate speech. Tommy Sotomayor sent his minions to flag my channel. Then right after that, Anton Daniels sent his minions to flag my channel. That's no coincidence. Come on. Listen, you know how many people I roasted on YouTube? Several of them. I never got a strike until I roasted Tampon and Tommy. Come on, man. Let's make it make sense.
Now, I'm not even gonna like do all categories because, of course, here whatsoever. So I'm not even gonna do like all trends because yo, I could scroll. I could do 50 per page and scroll for 400 pages, and you won't see Corey Holcomb pop up on this list at all. So I'm not even gonna do all categories. Let's do entertainment, okay? Let's see if Corey Holcomb is anywhere as one of the top stories in entertainment. Let's see.
He don't need to be one of the top stories in entertainment. If those people perceive you as a threat, or they might say, if this person gains influence, we're going to be in trouble. Let's crush him now. Those people think 10 steps ahead of the game. They don't wait for something to happen to react to it. You know how black people, as black people for the most part, not all of us, but for the most part, we're reactionary people. Listen, as black people, we wait for something to happen before we react to something, before we do something about it. We got to wait for something bad to happen. Them folks, those people, they look ahead. They look 20 steps ahead and say, what's going to be a problem in the future? Okay, let's put a stop to it now before it becomes a major problem. Black people, we got to wait. We got to wait until something happens before we do something about it.
Let's see. Bruh, Normani is trending more than Nick Cannon is trending more than Corey Holcomb. Nick Cannon is trending more than Corey Holcomb. Come on, bruh. Come on, man. Stop me when you see Corey Holcomb's name. So where do you get this? Where's Corey Holcomb at? Where's Corey Holcomb at? I don't see him. People, say it with me one time. You ain't nobody. Who do you think you are? This is probably narcissism, or people around you are just lying to you then, bro. Now, Craig Smith is a real one, right? I ain't got no issues with Craig Smith. Craig Smith, to me, is a good brother. He's, he has integrity, he has morals, he has principles. Craig Smith is good with me, man, which is why, I look at the show and I could tell, man, bro, like Craig ain't feeling this, man. Craig, like, man, but Craig, I understand, bro. You feel me? You kind of got to get in and fit in, bro, because Corey is emotional. You try to check Corey, man, Corey don't know what he going to do, right? This is sad, man. This is very, 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 very sad. But the Looney Tune conspiracies don't just stop at Epstein. Corey goes on. Now, he's too much of a coward, right, to just say TMZ outright, because he understands you come lying on TMZ's name, all right, they coming for that ass. They coming for that podcast mic, bro. You going to have to podcast through the iPhone speakers messing with TMZ. So Corey Holcomb begins to say that, that he knows that TMZ, but not TMZ, he doesn't.
I bet money that Corey Holcomb wish he never brought Tampon to the 5150 show. Corey Holcomb regrets bringing Anton to his podcast. Corey Holcomb should have did his homework on Tampon before he brought Tampon to his podcast. Oh, he regrets that now for sure.
say like TMZ name, but TMZ and these mainstream media outlets are paying us directly. Like they are paying us money per Corey Holcomb video, per stories we cover on Corey Holcomb, which obviously is absurd. But then Corey extends the absurdity by claiming that he's doing an audit and he's about to figure out exactly how much the mainstream outlet is paying us.
And the audience laugh at her jokes. Have you ever seen?
Shout out to SR Serum for the Cash App. Shout out to Ike for the Cash App. Let's get some people to support this early morning show. If you like good content, support the show.
Some more in concert? She's one of the
Mainstream outlet is paying us.
and the audience laugh at her jokes. Have you ever seen some more in concert? She's one of the best comedians out there. So I'm saying to y'all, you ain't finna stop people from her core audience crowd from going to see her. Just like with me, you would think with the they have been paid to do, like I say, ask them, did somebody pay you to put this up? Because you ain't even in his demographic. People pay people. This is the first time I've ever seen it. The big media network came out, said something about me. They said, oh, that ain't the way to go. We'll pay these bloggers to say stuff about Corey. You're not finna stop my core audience. You gonna make the lames who don't know nothing about me.
I don't know if he's too dumb to realize this, but your core audience is turning against you. They're telling you, you are a hypocrite now. They're seeing character flaws in you. And they're also telling you, bro, we used to ignore certain character flaws of yours when the show was.
I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that. Anton is a hypocrite, a fraud, and a white man butt kisser. And he allowed Fleece to tell him he had a nice booty. No. Anton numbers are still what they are. They didn't decline. See, it don't matter how fake Anton is, people still gonna rock with him. But that says a lot about foundational Black Americans. They like fake people. So we can't, I mean, in one breath, you can say, well, people are not rocking with Corey because of his hypocrisy and character flaws. Well, you can say the same thing about Tampon. The only difference is Tampon ain't losing followers. Tampon has a machine behind him. Tampon is a hypocrite with a lot of character flaws. He's a fake Christian. But guess what? People are still watching him. His numbers are not on the decline like Corey numbers are. So Anton can get away with being a rainbow community member. He can get away with being a fake Christian. He can get away with being a Sambo. He can get away with being a hypocrite. None of those things has affected Tampon's numbers. But Corey Holcomb, when it comes to Corey Holcomb's character flaws has affected his numbers. You understand the difference? Tampon has a machine behind him. Corey doesn't.
Good. But now the show just sucks. Now they're seeing character flaws.
Corey, you're not finna stop my core audience. You gonna make the lames who don't know nothing about me.
I don't know if he's too dumb to realize this, but your core audience is turning against you. They're telling you, you are a hypocrite now. They're seeing character flaws in you. And they're also telling you, bro, we used to ignore certain character flaws of yours when the show was good, but now the show just sucks. And it sucks because of you. You are the only thing that has changed on this show, from us liking it to us not liking it. The other people are doing what they're doing. You're the one who are repeating topics and talking about things we don't care about anymore.
I don't understand why people are acting like, well, let me speak for myself. I ain't about to switch up shit. I'm not in the industry. You can't make me scared to speak from the heart. And if I ever say something that ain't right, I say, yo, I f that up. I f that up. Have I made jokes that I'm like, ha ha, ooh, I pushed the line on that one. Let me cool out. Yes, it's part of how a man like me from Robert Taylor Housing Projects is able to make a living out here in the game. I'm not with the industry where I have to watch what I say. And that might be my issue. You ain't got no filter. I mean, I want a filter. I want to be respected, and I feel like I am respected by people who go to comedy shows, because when you see me at a comedy show, you get it.
Corey, this is 2026. We can't say whatever we want to say. I just lost my channel. I lost my YouTube channel for roasting people. And YouTube called it cyberbullying. So unfortunately, we can't say what we want to say. There's a price to pay for it. You got to be mindful about the words that comes from your mouth. These people will penalize you. Freedom of speech is dead. Let me say it again. Freedom of speech in 2026 is dead.
I watch people who don't like me and I could tell start laughing.
What happened to that one guy? What did he say?
That means a lot when you can win over people that ain't even got the best intentions by you. I win them over because I'm talented and all this stuff for y'all.
Poetic FLAKKO don't need no jumper. Poetic FLAKKO is the biggest star on No Jumper. Do you know that Poetic FLAKKO does the same numbers, if not better numbers than No Jumper? Poetic FLAKKO is making $70,000 to $80,000 a month on this podcast. He don't need No Jumper no more. So even if Adam said, hey, Poetic FLAKKO ain't tripping. Poetic FLAKKO has his own brand. Poetic FLAKKO has created his own lane. So in reality, he don't need the white man. He don't need No Jumper. He don't need Adam 22, just to be honest. And I'm not saying that because, anyway, you get the point.
Like talking about people getting cancer, because when you see me at a comedy show, you get it. I watch people who don't like me and I could tell start laughing.
What happened to that one guy? What did he say?
That means a lot when you can win over people that ain't even got the best intentions by you. I win them over because I'm talented and all this stuff for y'all are talking about people getting cancer. It's okay. It's okay. Somebody says stay struggling. Okay, if I'm struggling, I love this struggle.
As they chime in, as they're actually on the show, inside the chat. Okay.
I love my struggle. My struggle is real. Now, I'm not gonna lie. It's not fair that a whole bunch of black bloggers can get paid to talk about a man they don't even know. That ain't cool.
Well, Corey Holcomb, that's social media. Most people talk about other people that they don't know. That's the game. You see a hot story that's trending, you give your opinion on it. You don't need to know that person to talk about the situation. It is what it is. Just like you, when you roast people, Corey, you don't know a lot of these people personally. Maybe some of them you do, but a lot of them you don't. Like you roast Dr. Cheyenne Bryan, you roast, just think about anybody that Corey Holcomb decides to roast. He doesn't know all these people. Maybe he knows some of them, but not all of them. So that's the name of the game. You look at a story that's hot and you give your take on it. You give your opinion. You add comedy to it. And you bring whatever you decide to bring. Some people bring intellectual property. Some people bring comedy. Some people bring a mixture of both. But that's the name of the game, Corey. You don't need to know somebody personally to talk about them. Not on social media.
That ain't cool. If it done went that far, I can see if you follow my career and then you got something to say about me. These motherfuckers don't even know me. They just got paid to say something. And when they say, that's why I said, snap, get a picture of who they are. And what we gonna do, we gonna have this audit of everybody and how they got paid to do it. Because this is an easy game, but I'm just saying.
Even Corey Holcomb no longer believes his bullshit.
Corey believes that he can silence people that's talking about him. Corey, well, unfortunately, Corey, that's not going to work. You're not going to silence these bloggers and YouTubers for having an opinion about you. It's not going to work. That's a waste of your time. What you need to do is think about the things you say and clean up your act to move forward. Get your money, my brother. Get your money, my brother. A lot of us still rock with you, but at the same time, when you're wrong, when you're wrong, you're wrong. Clean up your act, do better, make better decisions. Think about what you're going to say before you say it. Don't get caught up in the moment and just say whatever comes to mind, because that's what got that thing right there. That mentality got you in hot water in the first place. That's my advice to Corey. But Corey, trying to silence YouTubers and bloggers is not gonna work, brother. It's a waste of your time.
That ain't cool. Struggling. I love this struggle.
As they chime in, as they're actually on the show, inside the chat. Okay.
I love my
I-
struggle. My struggle is real. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's not fair that a whole bunch of black bloggers can get paid to talk about a man they don't even know. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. If it done went that far, I can see if you follow my career and then you got something to say about me. These motherfuckers don't even know me. They just got paid to say something. And when they say, that's why I said, snap, get a picture of who they are. And what we gonna do, we gonna have this audit of everybody and how they got paid to do it. Because this is an easy game, but I'm just saying.
Even Corey Holcomb no longer believes his bullshit. Corey Holcomb last week was talking about how he's going to come and take our YouTube income from us. Now he's saying that they're paying us outside of YouTube, like they're paying us direct checks to talk about him and that he's going to audit. How are you going to audit? Let's just say in Corey Holcomb's delusional world that this was true. How exactly are you going to audit? Are you going to go to TMZ and say, we demand you show us what you pay bloggers? What? How are you going to audit anything? Bro, you don't have that power. Like, I don't know, like, if your lawyer is feeding you pipe dreams, bro. Like I don't know who's feeding you these lies, bro, that you're in control and you're in power. You're not in power, Corey, all right? We're going to talk about you because we can talk about you. It's fair use, right? It's free speech. You aren't the oligarch. You can't tell us what we can.
You have freedom of speech to a certain extent. Now, you have the right to critique somebody's content, but you can get flagged depending on what you say. So there's freedom of speech to a certain extent. You can say this is fair use, but you still have to follow the community guidelines, even when you have even when it's fair use. You still got to tread lightly to pick your words wisely. So it's not a free for all to where you can just say whatever you want to say. You got to be clever with your words. But but at the same time, Poetic Flacco is right. It's fair use to give your opinion about Corey Holcomb. That alone doesn't violate the community guidelines. You are welcome to critique Corey if that's what you want to do on your platform.
And can talk about, all right, we're going to turn on our computers, turn on these cameras, and we're going to make videos about you, and we're going to make it relentlessly, and there's nothing you can do about it, okay? The best thing for you, man, is just to stop mentioning me. I mean, right? It's free speech. You aren't the old. You show us what you pay bloggers. What? How are you going to audit?
I mean, you're right. When you say Poetic Flacco is a lame, you're right. Is the sky blue? Yes, that's true. Is Poetic Flacco a lame? Of course. But at the same time, Poetic Flacco is good at this YouTube thing. He knows what he's talking about. Poetic Flacco has content strategy and it works for him. So he's going to continue to do it because it's working. Listen, Anton Daniels is a lame, a hypocrite, and a fake Christian. That's not stopping black people from rocking with him. See, when you're like Corey Holcomb, having character flaws for somebody like Corey Holcomb is going to hurt your brand. Somebody like Tampon can be a rainbow community member. He could be a hypocrite. He can be a fake Christian, and he can be a Sambo, and he's not going to lose followers based on any of those things. Why? Because Tampon has a whole machine behind him. Because you would say, well, if Tampon is a suspected rainbow community member, he let Fleece telling me he had a nice booty, he giggled. He's a fake Christian. He's a Sambo. He's a hypocrite. He's a liar. How come Tampon ain't losing numbers? Corey's losing numbers based on his character flaws, but Tampon is not. I broke it down to you earlier. If you don't understand, go back and watch the beginning of this live stream. I told you, Tampon can be a rainbow community member, a Sambo, and a fake Christian. It's not going to hurt his brand. But for somebody like Corey, if Corey Holcomb decides to be a hypocrite and say things that's out of pocket, it's going to hurt Corey's brand. That's the difference. Tampon has a machine behind him. Tampon can afford to be a rainbow member. He can afford to be a hypocrite. He can afford to be a Sambo. And guess what? You got foundational Black Americans who still going to rock with Tampon regardless. I'm just being honest.
Anything. Bro, you don't have that power. Like, I don't know, like, if your lawyer is feeding you pipe dreams, bro. Like I don't know who's feeding you these lies, bro, that you're in control and you're in power. You're not in power, Corey, all right? We're going to talk about you because we can talk about you. It's fair use, right? It's free speech. You aren't the oligarch. You can't tell us what we can and can't talk about. All right, we're going to turn on our computers, turn on these cameras, and we're going to make videos about you, and we're going to make it relentlessly, and there's nothing you can do about it, okay? The best
You're
thing—
right about that. These busters are winning on the internet because, unfortunately, Black people support Sambos. If Black people held people to standards, Tampon wouldn't be popular. Tampon wouldn't have the numbers that he had. But Black people don't hold people to standards. They pick and choose who they want to hold accountable. Tampon can be a Sambo, a fake Christian, and a suspected rainbow community member. Black people still listen to him. Black people still gonna rock with him. So what does that say about people in our community? What does that say about the people? If Black people are willing to support that, what does that say about them? Black people support Sambos. If Black people didn't support Sambos, Tampon wouldn't get the numbers that he gets on YouTube. Nobody would take him serious if Black people held people like that accountable. The reality of it is this: you're not going to get canceled in the Black community for being a Sambo. You're not going to get canceled in the Black community for being a rainbow community member. You're not going to get canceled in the Black community for being a hypocrite and a fake Christian. Tampon is a prime example of that.
for you, man, is just to stop mentioning me. I mean, like I was past this. I was moving on to other content this week. Right? I was moving on to other content this week. But then you gonna mention me and disrespect immigrants on your show? At first, it was me just covering you, and it wasn't personal. I had no dog in this fight other than wanting you to apologize for those quote-unquote jokes you made. But now it's personal, Corey.
Right, you're right about. As long as Tampon don't say nothing negative about white people, he'll be good. Now, the moment that Tampon starts talking about white people, that's when he's gonna fall in hot water. But as long as he talks bad about Black people, he'll be okay because the machine is going to support him for doing that. But the moment he crosses the line and the moment Tampon crosses the line and start talking greasy about white folks, that's going to be his ass. You notice this when Corey Holcomb asked Tampon, "How come you don't have no smoke for the white man?" You know what Tampon said? "I ain't even finna get into that, Corey. I ain't finna talk about no white man, Corey. I'll talk about the Black community all day, but I ain't finna talk about no white man. I ain't even finna get into that, Corey." That's exactly what Tampon said. When Corey said, "How come you have no smoke for the white man?" That was Tampon's response. So that proves everything that I'm saying about Tampon being a certified Sambo and Black people still take him serious. So the reality of it is this: a lot of this is our fault because foundational Black Americans support Sambos. They do. Show me one Sambo that's got canceled in the Black community for kissing the behind the Caucasians. Show me one of them. I ain't seen not one of these Sambos get canceled for talking greasy about the Black community and Black folks in general. I ain't seen one of these Sambos get canceled. Black people still support these Sambos. That's for sure.
I got a pair of Levi's in layaway. I got a pair of Levi's in layaway. I ain't gonna get it for a couple of weeks. Cause I ain't got no gigs. I'm out here up. Let me tell you something. They gonna keep paying to come at me, but it don't stop. I'm really that who I said I am. It's 20 funny comics in America coming from the urban side of the game where I'm from. It ain't but 20. I'm one of them. I'm on my way to Nashville this week, goddammit. I'm finna tear it up. Tear it up, even if you mad at me. I'm still funny. So you make your little he's done. All that fat ass mutant, I'm a fat ass. What's that one? I'm gonna think of his name. Nasty ass immigrant. They'll run with that. Run with that. Push up in a FLAKKO. You don't get your cake ass out of here. Keep running up my script. I'll be back. Keep making them videos with my name and likeness on there. I love it.
Challenge accepted, Corey. I'll be doing a Corey Holcomb video probably more routinely than anything I've ever done. There would not be a week that Corey Holcomb drop a podcast that I won't make a video critiquing it. All right? You started this, man. Let me know.
See, Poetic FLAKKO just said, okay, Corey, guess what? I'm going to keep talking about you. I'm going to keep talking about you. Now you're giving me more ammunition to make more videos about you. See, this is the thing. Now, when people start pulling up on bloggers for talking greasy, that's going to change the game. When people start pulling up on bloggers for talking greasy, that's going to change the game. Because a lot of these people think they can say whatever they want to say with no consequences. Just like you've seen beef with rappers, you're going to see people run up on podcasters. I mean, it's already happened a few times, but you're going to see it happen more. You're going to see more of that. People are going to get fed up and they're going to say, okay, I'm going to catch you in the streets then. I'm going to just catch up with you in the streets. Since you want to keep talking about me, antagonizing me, every chance you get, I'm going to catch up with you in the streets, and then we're going to see about it. That's what's going to start. That right there, you're going to see more of that.
In the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Do y'all believe that Corey Holcomb is being attacked by mainstream media, that people are paying bloggers to talk about Corey Holcomb? Or do you feel like Corey Holcomb got caught doing some nasty things and people are just saying,
listen, homie, prior to the internet, a nerd like Poetic FLAKKO would never talk greasy about certain people because he knew the consequences for it. But a lot of these nerds and gang goofy Gilligans feel like they have free reign to say whatever they want to say. Yeah, true story. True story. That comes with the territory, baby. Hit the like button. It ain't nothing.
Think of it, right? Corey Holcomb talks about how people are lying on him, but have yet to name the lie. Let me know, man, what y'all think about this, okay?
I mean, you can say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words are never hurt. Nah, that's not true. If words wasn't powerful, you wouldn't get flagged for saying certain things. So that lets you know how powerful words are. YouTube wouldn't flag you for saying certain things if words wasn't powerful. Sometimes words hurt more than a physical confrontation. Well, it just depends. You know, sometimes you can get hurt in a physical confrontation, but words hurt as well. So we can't say that words don't hurt. Why you think they look? Why you think the higher ups do? Why you think they silence people for saying certain things? Because they understand how powerful words can be. That's why.
If you're enjoying this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here, somewhere on my screen, here to find out how the T.I., 50 Cent, and King Harris beef has.
Yeah, man, they're like freedom of speech is over. That's over, bro.
Say whatever you want to say about me. If there's any individuals in your camp that are joke worthy, shut the fuck up. I ain't finna switch this shit up. My nuts still to the trays because they ain't got shit.
True, because I saw one that came up. Of course, you know, algorithms, because I just don't be paying attention to a lot of that stuff. But of course, some comes up in algorithms. So I'm like, what is that? Because I saw actually, I think it made reference to me and it had a picture, whatever, of me. And I was like, oh, and I was like, oof. And I liked her. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I actually even, I think, promoted her and said her name before on the thing because I was like, oh. And that was, and what it was funny kind of to me is because I was like, oh wow, she's like weeks behind on it. Like it actually kind of made me, because I was like, she must have just, they say it dogpile and join the bandwagon type of
Well,
thing.
it's the hottest thing on the internet. Y'all motherfuckers took away. I took over the Epstein file. Shit, the Epstein
Until they
file ain't got
released
shit on me.
Oh my God.
Which is what they wanted in the first place. I just didn't think they would use me. I will say I'm shocked. I'm like, they used me? But I'm saying, like, Ali, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Birmingham Friday and Saturday. What you do this weekend?
Absolutely nothing.
What do you mean, absolutely nothing? You had to do something. Did you take a bath?
Oh, I mean, I thought you
You
meant
didn't
like.
take a bath, did you?
Shut up. Don't be silly. What do you mean? I thought you meant as far as having a good time, like going
Do you know
out.
that she didn't say she took a bath?
What is that? Because that's the dumbest thing ever. Who would say that to somebody? Just period.
You
at all.
said you did nothing.
You
so
asked,
I said
what
that
did
you
I
at
do?
least take a bath.
Okay, and it was so silly. Do I even have to answer? There's a lot of things that I don't even give energy to when there's certain things that you say or do. That's why I was trying to tell somebody. I was like, I don't have to speak on everything.
Okay.
And just because it'll make you, if it makes you feel good, no, Corey, I didn't. I stayed filthy dirty. I mean, come on.
But you
Corey, you being ridiculous, man. You being ridiculous at this point.
didn't say you did take
I don't
a bath
have
still.
to. So,
and you're not
because
going to tell us.
Oh, Corey, really?
Did you eat a
it's just
cricket?
silly. No, not this
Okay,
weekend.
well, you'll tell us that.
Not this weekend. But I'm just saying, I thought you meant as far as like events, going out, stuff like that, anything super out of the ordinary. No, just took it easy, as you know. And I'll say, I didn't want to say anything this week, but I've got some big health things coming up next month, which you know about. Certain people here on the show know about. I'll make a post, I guess. That's what people do nowadays. So I'll let people know when that's going to happen, because I already know what's coming with that.
What's the last two people who donated? What they say? Somebody gave a yard.
Exactly how somebody said, of
Try
course.
Bear of 83. Man, he gave a
2-5.
yard.
Wow.
Peace and respect to you, man. I appreciate you, man.
That's right.
These
Thank you
motherfuckers
for
don't
that.
like the fact that people got love for me. What they say? Warren Hawkins, 6515. Hey, Corey, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Tampon a lame and money can't unlame you. He tried to click up with Monkey K, but she hurt him instead of helping.
He's right about that. Money can't unlame somebody. It don't matter how much money Poetic FLAKKO makes. He's still gonna be a nerd. He's still gonna be a lame. And Poetic FLAKKO don't care. Poetic FLAKKO doesn't get upset when you call him a lame. He doesn't get upset when you call him a nerd. Matter of fact, he embraces it. But yeah, he's right. Money cannot unlame somebody. I don't care how much money you give Tampon, he's still gonna be a corny, lame individual who tries to use street slang from time to time. Tampon tries to use street slang from time to time to seem cool. He uses street slang from time to time to fit in with the black community. But Tampon is a gang Goofy Gilligan for sure, 100%. But money cannot unlame somebody. I don't care how much money you give FLAKKO or Tampon, they're still going to be nerds. They're still going to be lames.
Mika a bust down, all that shit falling apart. Hey, nigga, look. I'm going to tell you something about that shit.
Stress eating.
You have to be a lame-ass nigga to sit in front of a woman and talk about, I coulda, shoulda, woulda beat up a nigga.
Or how we're supposed to react to things. That's what cracks me up, too. They're trying to tell us, really trying to steer us into saying, you know what I'm saying? Like,
being a lame doesn't hurt Tampon's brand, Corey. See, if Corey started doing things that you can consider to be lame, that'll hurt Corey's brand. But being a lame is not going to hurt Tampon's brand. Being a lame is not going to hurt Poetic FLAKKO's name. You expect people like that to be nerds. You expect people like that to be lame. So being lame is not going to hurt these people at all. Hell no.
I've had so many people reach out to me and give me the craziest messages. And I'm like, really?
I have motherfuckers telling me what to do, and I've been doing this shit for motherfucking the longest. It's that are joke worthy of me. If there's any of me, 50 Cent, as he hounds motherfuckers he go back and forth with. And I don't understand why people think when you are going at it back and forth with somebody, your mama jokes is too far. Your kids' jokes is too far. If you don't want to go back and forth, just say, I don't want to go back and forth with you because I'm the type. And you can say whatever you want to say about me. If there's any individuals in your camp that are joke worthy, I may joke on it.
That is so true, because, man, this guy.
And I know 50 got the same philosophy I got. I'm saying I'm not on nobody's side in no back and forth. But I'm saying I understand. Darlene, if me and you go back and forth, like, well, I'll be like, oh, we going there?
We have had.
I said it before. Being a Sambo is not going to hurt Tampon's brand because, unfortunately, black people still support Sambos. Being a lame is not going to hurt Tampon's brand. You expect him to be a lame. The same goes for POETIK FLAKKO. POETIK FLAKKO is not going to lose viewers or followers for being a lame, nerd, or a Sambo. He's not going to lose followers for that. Right? It just is what it is. Now, if Corey Holcomb became a Sambo, he'll lose followers. Being a Sambo is going to hurt Corey's brand. See, Corey Holcomb is held to a standard that Tampon ain't. Corey Holcomb is held to a standard that Tampon is not. Tampon can get away with a whole lot of stuff that Corey can't get away with. Tampon can be a rainbow community member. It's not going to hurt his brand. Tampon can be a Sambo. It's not going to hurt his brand. He can be a fake Christian, a hypocrite, and all of the above. It's not going to hurt Tampon's brand. Now, if Corey Holcomb was accused of rainbow activities, that would hurt his brand. If Corey Holcomb became a Sambo, that would hurt his brand. Corey Holcomb is held to higher standards than Tampon. The people who watch Tampon are white people and goofy ass black people who don't have no morals, who just say, well, he has money, so nothing matters because he has money. Those are the type of people that rock with Tampon. So they're not holding Tampon to any standards. Tampon can get away with anything, and those people will. Tampon can get away with anything, and those people will support him regardless. I promise you. Corey Holcomb can't get away with the same things.
At some moments.
We ain't never went there.
No, we have never. Oh, like that? Oh, ooh,
Well,
Lord,
we never
no.
go there. And
Oh,
I don't think we ever will.
No,
But I'm saying like somebody who like a tampon or fruit booty buttons, and I ain't bringing up his name to start no shit. I'm just saying when we go, and I don't know you especially like that, we gon' go. If you think I'm not supposed to say something about somebody and you feel like I'm out of pocket, like that motherfucker said on Harlem Nights, get the fuck. And I quote, she got a beautiful soul. Do the research.
All right, man. Listen, man. I'm gonna do a follow-up to this. I'm gonna do a part 2. I think I've covered enough of this already. We'll do a follow-up part 2. Peace to everybody. This is what we're gonna do. I'm only gonna make this show like an hour long, man. And we got to start playing it by ear. Let me look at this right now. I'm gonna check the likes we got. I'm gonna check the likes, man. Let me see the likes. Now, this is a major problem right here. Now, we've had 600 some people watching, only 100 something likes out of 600 people watching. 3 people supported the show. So what that's telling me I need to do shorter content to just get paid off of the viewers and run the numbers up. Because if I do a podcast and we got 600 some people watching and only 3 supporters and only 170 people hit the like button, that's telling me, hey man, cut these shows short. When the people start sending more support and hitting the like button, then we'll extend the show. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start making these shows a little shorter until we get those numbers up, until we get the people to start supporting the platform the way that they should. And I'm not mad about it, but I understand business. I understand business. We got 600 some people watching. We should have at least 500 likes. But I appreciate everybody for pulling up. It is what it is. King Supreme know how to play the game, baby. We're not gonna be up here for 2 hours when we got 600 viewers and only 175 people bless the like button. I'm not gonna play those games. My time is value. I value my time. I really do. But shout out to the people who's been rocking from day one, because we still got a lot of loyal supporters. I appreciate those people. Peace to everybody that's been rocking. It's been real. No, it's not about what Angry Man did. It's not about what Angry Man did, because if I'm doing the show, this is business. Angry Man was saying he need 50 cash apps. I'm not saying that I need 50 cash apps. That's not what I'm saying. But if I got 600 people watching and only 175 people bless the like button, what the hell do I look like staying up here for 2 hours? That doesn't make any sense. Unlike you, I value my time. You up in here watching, so it's obvious that you're entertained by the content, you dodo bird, you dodo brain. And this is the crazy part. The likes are free. The likes are actually free. It don't cost money to bless the like button. So no, I will not be talking for 2 hours with 600 live viewers and only 175 people hit the like button. We're not doing 2-hour shows if that's the case. No, we're not going to do it. But I appreciate the real ones, because I got a lot of real ones, but unfortunately we have more fake ones than real ones. That's the unfortunate thing. The fake always gonna outnumber the real. That's the reality that we have to learn to accept. But I appreciate all my real people, man. It's been real. But my thing is this. We're going to make shorter form content because a lot of people have short attention spans, right? So I'm going to still do my podcast. I'm going to still give you guys 2 hours. I'm going to still give you guys 2-hour live streams. I'm going to still give you that. But I'm not going to do it every show. I'm going to play it by ear. If the numbers add up, then we'll keep going. When the numbers don't add up, we'll cut it short. Plain and simple. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody that's been rocking. Shout out to Bridget. Shout out to Bridget. I appreciate you. So we're just going to play it by ear, man. We'll play it by ear. The sooner you guys get those numbers up, the sooner you guys bring in the support and hit the like button, we'll extend the show. We'll make the shows longer. Peace to everybody. It's been real. King Supreme, subscribe to the channel. I got to get up out of here. I'm gone. Oh, look at this fool talking about you got to put in the work for it. Who does fool think he talking about? You think I'm new to YouTube? You know how long I've been putting in work on YouTube? I started out doing pre-recorded videos and I didn't get no money for that. The first 2 years I did YouTube, I didn't ask nobody to send no money. I didn't even have a Cash App for the first 2 years I was doing YouTube. So I don't think you know what you're talking about. I don't think you know who you're talking to, partner. I did YouTube for 2 years before I asked anybody to send a dime to my podcast. You didn't see King Supreme sitting on nobody's panels. I did pre-recorded videos with no social media presence, just putting in work, dropping video after video. I did YouTube for 2 years before I had a Cash App, before I had a PayPal. So to all you gang goofy Gilligans, do your homework and study before you talk. Before you say something, do your homework about the person that you're talking about. That's the least you can do before you get up in the comment section typing and you sound dumb. I didn't build my platform by sitting on other people's panels. I didn't build my platform by getting shout outs from bigger YouTubers. I built my platform from putting in work, dropping content on a daily basis. No Cash Apps, no PayPal for 2 years. That's all I'm saying. So before you speak, do your homework. That's the least you can do. But I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I'm not mad at you. I just had to correct it. When people say something that's not accurate, it's my job to correct it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The likes are free. And listen, this is the thing, family. The likes don't even cost money. That don't even cost money. So when we got 600 live viewers, we need 500 to 600 people blessing that like button. That's the only thing that makes sense. Peace to everybody. I'm going to get up out of here. I'm gone. Salute. And I'll be back with some more content. Don't trip. King Supreme will be back with some more content today. I ain't finished. I ain't done. I'm just getting started, baby. This is my first. This right here is my first podcast of the day. I'll be back with some more content. Peace to you all. You got to love it. You got to respect it. I'm up out of here, y'all.